Medicare just started doing something that we've never seen before, and this is going to completely disrupt Medicare in a pretty massive way and has the likelihood of impacting roughly half of the Medicare beneficiaries out there, which is about 34 million people across the entire country. Now, we've never seen anything like this, which is still very, very wild, and why I want to explain it for you here in this video, because if you are currently on Medicare, I'm going to throw a quick little prediction out there right here, right now. Even though that they are starting this right now on still a very small scale, and it will be impacting a few million people to start, my prediction is over the coming years here, they're going to roll this out even further across the country, impacting more and more people, and realistically, more and more beneficiaries that are going to be impacted in a pretty massive way. Now, I also do have this article right here, which I'm going to pop up on the screen in just a second, so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they are saying, what they are doing within Medicare, and the madness that is now happening. We've never seen this in the history of Medicare, and now here it is. And I think a lot of people are going to feel like, I don't even know what to think about this right now, right? Which, by the way, as I talk here for just a second, I'm going to pop up a bunch of comments here on the screen. These are comments that I pulled out of the comment section just in the last, first of all, the ones here are just in the last couple weeks. But anyway, a bunch of people here in the community that have called Chapter right there to get free help with your Medicare. If you're on Medicare, make sure to call them. There's a lot of you out there complaining you can't see your doctor anymore, can't get your prescriptions covered, you're paying way too much, all kinds of things like this. Call Chapter. I think you're going to be shocked with your flexibility, your optionality that you have. If you're on Medicare, if you need to enroll in Medicare, if you're turning 65, whatever the situation is, let them help you find the right Medicare plan and coverage for you and your personal needs. And by the way, the average person is saving well over $1,000 after calling that phone number right there, again, which is totally free. Absolutely amazing. Again, about 10,000 of you in the last year have called them, collectively saving well over $2 million. Absolutely amazing. More on that a little bit later. All right, anyway, let me ask you a quick question here. What do you feel, or how do you feel, I should say, if a robot was making all the decisions for you? Okay, just think of that. A robot. What do you think of that? Drop a comment down below. How do you feel about a robot making your decisions for you? Well, let's talk about it. Let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details. Here's what's happening. AI prior authorizations. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so not only are they implementing prior authorizations within Medicare, but it's all going to be overseen by AI. Yeah, so AI, literally artificial intelligence, a robot, a sophisticated computer that thinks it's a human, is going to be making the decisions for you. Now, to be fair, there will be human oversight. In other words, there will be humans reviewing things like this, so it's not all completely start to finish AI, but for the most part, AI gets the first crack at it, right? So they get to look at it first. AI gets to look and says, nah, approved or denied. But basically, they're rolling this pilot program out across 6 different states across the country, and this is going to be basically monitoring 14 different procedures and devices. Okay, so basically what they're doing is they're using AI to monitor all of this and use their authority, AI, to basically give prior authorization to approve or deny. Now, the whole point behind this is, well, the exact same reason that we've talked about for so long now, which is all of the government spending. They're having a cow about how much money the federal government is spending, which is actually kind of interesting because when you look at it, yes, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid encompass tons of spending. I mean, like multiple trillions of dollars worth of spending. In fact, Medicare and Medicaid alone are over $800 billion each year, just between the two of those. So like $1.6 trillion between the two of them. Again, Social Security alone is like $1.5 trillion. I mean, we're talking like 3.1 plus trillion dollars being spent by just these three. So Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. So yeah, it's a lot of money, to be fair, right? But at the same time, they also blow money left and right on all kinds of random stuff that has nothing to do with Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. So, maybe they should, prioritize their spending, things like that, and rather than picking on Medicare beneficiaries. But anyway, here's what's happening. Okay, so with the prior authorizations, AI is kind of running the show here. But at the same time, there will be humans reviewing all of this. And at the same time, humans will ultimately have the kind of the final say on this. But AI gets the first crack at it to to approve or deny. But again, remember, this is a 6-year pilot program across 6 different states. But here's the problem with that, is that it's a pilot program for 6 years. If this thing saves any money at all, if they save any money with this pilot program, guess what's going to happen? Well, they're going to say, oh, wow, that was a success. We should roll this out across more states. We should roll this out across the entire country. And guess what they'll do? They will do that, right? If they save any money, because that's the whole purpose of this AI prior authorization situation, is that they want to save money and basically root out some of the unnecessary spending, as they call it. Unnecessary procedures, unnecessary devices, unnecessary Medicare spending. That's literally what they're trying to do here. So by having all of this AI oversight and AI authorizations and things like this, if they save any kind of money, which they absolutely will, because they're going to deny all kinds of stuff, when they save that money, they're going to look back on it and say, wow, look at this. We saved $500 million or $1 billion or $3 billion or whatever the number is, $100 million. I don't even know what the numbers would be. I'm just saying, just making up some examples here, but they'll look at it and say, that's a lot of money. If we extrapolate that over across the entire country, this is just being 6 states as the pilot program. If we extrapolate this across the entire country and multiply it out by 10 years, now we're looking at a collective savings of, they'll give us some huge ambiguous number, $37 billion over the next 10 years or some weird thing like that, right? They'll pull some random number on. They'll be like, oh, we're going to roll this out immediately. So even though this sounds like, it's just going to be a pilot program to see if it's a success, I'll tell you this much right now, they're already going to do it. They're going to do these AI prior authorizations across the entire country. It may be a few years until they roll it out across the entire country, but this is for sure going to be something that is widespread across the entire country. They will absolutely do this, and I think we need to be prepared. Even though the 6 states out there that are experiencing this now, they're just going to add more restrictions to this as this just continues to get more sophisticated, right? Because they're testing it on these 14 different treatments and devices, but at the same time, well, when they find success with that, they're going to add more to the list. So the 14 now becomes 20, and then 25, and then 30, and 35, or 40, or 50, or whatever it happens to be. And then they roll it out across, not just 6 states, but 10, or 15, or 20, or 25, or 50, all of them. Oh, gee, look at that. All the states. Gee, never saw that coming, right? And then before you know it, all of this AI business of prior authorizations is across the entire country. So anyway, just want you to be very aware of this. If you're in one of these states that is having this going on, again, you might be already aware of that. I have had a couple videos talking about this a little bit as this has started to roll out, but just want you to be very aware of what's going on, because this is something we've never seen before. Number 1, prior authorizations. Number 2, AI-powered prior authorizations, and this is only going to get, more scrutinized. I mean, you know what I mean? So they're going to scrutinize this even more as they continue to roll this out even further. So I want you to be very aware of some of the major changes that are coming out and how this is likely going to impact beneficiaries in a pretty massive way as well. Anyway, hope this helps you. Again, as always, if you're on Medicare, make sure to call Chapter there. Phone number is there for free. Call them, see what they can do for you if you're on Medicare, if you need to enroll in Medicare, if you're turning 65, if you hate your Medicare plan, if you can't see your doctor anymore, if you, if your prescriptions are way too much, if you're spending too much money, whatever it happens to be, call Chapter there. See what they can do for you. I think you may be shocked with your options and flexibility that you still have right now in early 2026. Call and ask, right? You never know. They have access to over 20,000 plans. They'll look through those plans, find you the best plan and options for you and your personal needs, the right plan for you, whatever it happens to be. Again, they will spend the time that you need on the phone with them to answer your questions, whatever it happens to be. Talk to them and see what they can do for you, okay? I think you're going to be shocked. Again, about 10,000 of you in the last year have called that number, collectively saving over $2 million. Those of you in this community right there. My secret little goal by the end of this year is to help those of you in this community collectively save $10 million by the end of the year. From last year and then this year, collectively $10 million together. Just for those of you in this community, saving. That's money in your pocket, not in the pocket of the insurance provider, which, take your pick. Do you want the money in your pocket, or do you want the money in the pockets of the insurance provider? Just decide. Do you want it for you, or do you want it in the insurance pocket, right? I mean, seriously, right? Anyway, you're going to need that help at some point. You're going to change your plan at some point. You're going to, do whatever with your Medicare plan at some point. Please, let me help you with free help. Free help. Please, let me help you, okay? Anyway, after you talk to them, drop a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. Let me know how it goes. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my ongoing list of comments right here, which I will continue to feature in upcoming videos. Absolutely amazing. Multiple pages. I probably have about a dozen pages here, I would guess, just that I pulled out of the comment section. Basically, I don't know, since like mid-December until, I don't know, a couple weeks ago since I updated this last. All right, anyway. Hope this helps you. Again, please subscribe if you're new. Please share the video. Big share button down below. Subscribe button down below. Let me know what else I can do for you. Enjoy your day. Take care. And I'll catch you again later in the next video. I will see you for now.